Drummer does this a lot. Oh, he heard his name. He slipped outside before, for just a moment. But obviously, he now needs to wash. That's okay, Drummer. You can wash all you like. You can spend all your time washing if you want. You're a very clean boy. Cats wash a lot. Have you ever noticed? Of course you have. And they're very careful to wash between their toes. Especially when they slipped outside for a minute. No, 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 ChaCha. You can't get in the picture. So, Drummer thinks his toes needed an extra washing today, and so did his tummy, because he did stretch out on the ground for a minute, although most of the time he was sitting up just looking around him. I went for the camera, but it was too late. He caught a glimpse of George, one of our yard cats, coming around the corner of our house. And he decided that a confrontation would definitely be not in his favor. Although, in my opinion, it might well have been, because he's a very, very strong cat. As I've said before, that's not fat. That's solid flesh and lots of muscle. How am I doing with the camera today? Pretty good, huh? I finally figured out how to get really good focus, and I'm getting better at holding it steady. And Drummer likes to be the center of attention, so he's doing everything right today. Oh, good scratching behind the eardrum. Did you notice how sunny it is? The cats have been lying in the sun most of the day. Let's see now. Let's go over here for a minute. Who's that? I do believe it's my handsome guy. Hey, handsome. He knows his name. Oh, who was that? Believe it or not, that was Drummer demanding dinner. He's sitting by the plate and saying, "It's time for dinner, Mom." Meanwhile, Dreidel's watching him come back. Oh, I thought that was Drummer coming back into the living room, but it's not. It's Birdie Bird. She decided that she'd wait for dinner sitting on the chair next to Girly Girl and Billy. But the minute I open a can, believe me, they're going to be right there at the dinner tray. See how patient they are? They know it's not 6 o'clock yet, and 6 o'clock is dinner time. I do try to vary it just a little bit, but they always know when it's 6 o'clock, whether it's standard time or daylight savings time. In the fall, I have to convince them to wait an extra hour. They don't like that. Dreidel's being very patient. Right, Dre? Is dinner almost ready? We're having spaghetti tonight, huh? Dreidel loves spaghetti with red sauce. I'm not making my own tonight. I'm sorry, Dreidel, there are no meatballs in it. No sausage either. But it's a good red sauce. It's a good garlic marinara red sauce. And I'm going to make spaghetti very shortly, and I'm going to put the red sauce on it, and then I'll share it with the cats because they love red sauce, and it's actually very good for them. It helps to keep keep them from developing stones in the urethra, crystals, and the acid is very good for them, and they love it. Most cats really like red sauce. Now, people say, well, the experts say you're not supposed to give your cats garlic, but by the time they get the sauce, the garlic is so spread throughout the sauce that I'm not worried that they're going to overdose on it. I don't make it that often, and when I do make it with lots of garlic and lots of onions. That's my homemade sauce, of course. Jarred sauce isn't as potent. What's Dre doing? Oh, he's going to go up on the chair too? Yeah. I just enjoy watching them do their normal thing. As I was saying, I do make my own red sauce, and when I make it, I use a ton of garlic, tons of onions, and I saute it all in olive oil first. And then I also saute pork chops, meatballs, sometimes chicken, whatever meat I happen to have around. And then I add my tomato sauce from the can. What? What, drummer? What, drummer? What is it? What's up, drummer? Oh, my goodness. Drummer had something to say. What was it, Drum? What did you say? What's up, Drum? Birdie came down to see what Drummer was talking about, but Drummer decided to keep his mouth shut and just walked away. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking that Mom's going to get up and feed them dinner. And he could be right. It is dinner time, and it's time to put my pasta in the pot. It's going to take a few minutes to come to a boil. I salted it well with kosher salt, of course. And then I'll just pour the sauce from the jar into the spaghetti. And I'll mix it all up. And I'll put a portion of it on the floor for the cats. I don't bother chopping it up because they like to pull at the strands, just like little kids. It's fun to watch them eat spaghetti, by the way. If you haven't tried it, do. You can leave out the garlic if you really want to. But I've been doing it for years, and as far as I know, it hasn't harmed anybody yet. So there you go. Please subscribe, and I'll tell you more about their food and their habits and all kinds of information, both critical, maybe,